I want to be like Whiskid, no, no, no for Davido. That is a verse in an artist signed by Sheyi Vibes, and it was really deleted. That particular verse was deleted, and not to cause or generate some kind of controversies on social media. And a lot of people are really calling it back right now just to indict this particular artist. This guy is a young artist. His name is Moise, an upcoming artist, and you guys are trying to drag controversy into his career. That is one thing I am really condemning about this whole thing. He said this in his original songs, and now it was deleted in the re song that came out, and a lot of people, instead of them to stay entertained, they are trying to make stories and make different kind of controversy out of this. This guy is a young artist, and you should allow him to be, because already somebody is investing money on him and then trying to push him out there, and you guys want to cut short his shine. Let's catch a glimpse.
I'm not fit tell you many things, so you know, oh no. Bad boy like me, I get in my own, oh no. Oh mommy, I did like this, I did, don't know. What is your God about me, baby? Trabaje, so let me there, I'm happy, so let me there.
That is right of Sheyi Vibes, to have removed that verse, because you don't really attract those kind of attention to yourself, especially when you are just starting a record label, signing up an artist. You don't want to controversially start a record label, because you cannot sustain a controversial record label, especially when you are just coming in into the music game. I make more money playing video games than making music. That is coming in from T-Pain. He said this at a recent conversation, and a lot of people are getting to understand that yes, money day game playing, you can really monetize it. Apart from playing the game just for entertaining yourself or just for pleasure and all those kind of things, you can still monetize it. That is why those platforms are real platforms we need to invest our time and our energy on. A lot of people are making money off playing games and then sustaining luxury lifestyle, and that is really an interesting part of it. Imagine doing what you like and making money off it. That is a big one, and that euphoria is what this guy T-Pain is really enjoying right now, and he said this at a recent interview. Let's catch a glimpse. What are your own takes about this? I want you to put it in the comment section, because a lot of people are having a big vibe on this and saying a lot of things. You can really do that. You can monetize. Just investigate, just research, and then get to understand how you can do that. A lot of platforms are offering such services, and many people are cashing out on it, according to what T-Pain said in a recent conversation.
It's mostly video games. Not gonna lie to you. I'm making more money off of video games than I've made in the last 4 years. Making money playing video games.
I still want to ask the question, do you think Whiskey needs to apologize to Tonjazi? That is the question many people are really asking ever since Nasboy came out to say this on social media on a podcast that he decided to kind of have with the likes of Tolani Badge and others. Let's catch a glimpse.
So do you think Whiskid was wrong?
Yes, for talking to Don Jazzy that way.
So,
Yeah.
so does
So
he
my only
owe,
point is
does owe Don Jazzy an apology?
he decides to. The way that he said it, that didn't make sense.
So Don Jazzy had every right.
What are your own takes about all of this? I want you to put it in the comment section, because a lot of people are really speaking about this already, and it's trending out on social media. Man, I love it when Nigeria is being repped by a lot of influential personalities. That is something I can really see ever since I listened to Tiwa Savage on a podcast show at a recent interview, and a lot of people are saying that, man, that is right of Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage is on tour right now promoting her movie Water and Gary, and that movie is getting a lot of global attention, and we have to support Tiwa Savage on this. And she came out to say, you know what, Nigerians are talented, Nigerians are strong people, Nigerians are kind of creative, Nigerians are everything. That is what Tiwa Savage decided to say. Unlike some persons when they are up there, they talk down on Nigeria. And Tiwa Savage decided to say Nigerians are really this. We need to brand ourselves out there. That is what Tiwa Savage is doing right now. Let's catch a glimpse.
How would you describe Nigerians as people?
Wow, Nigerians we're hustlers. I feel like we are, I don't even know if there's a word. We're special. We make our mark anywhere. Even if you are a taxi driver, even if you're a school teacher, doctor, whatever it is, we will be the best at that.
True.
Whatever it is we're doing. I
Yeah.
feel like we just have that grit in us, like to just make it in whatever field we are. So I have that quality.
I just love it where something insane has been invented and it will.
What are your own takes about this? I want you to put it in the comment section. Put your own opinion about Tiwa Savage coming out to rep Nigeria at that level on that platform in the comment section so that we can talk about it further. In no time, Irasta is going to take up a lot of global recognition. That is something I believe because I listened to one of her songs from her coming album. A lot of people are really getting interested and saying that Irasta got what it takes to really rep at international level. And this her song is called 21, and that song is getting a lot of international attention. I think the sales of Maven Records to Universal Music Group, the major sales to that particular company is really helping out this guy to be held globally. Let's catch a glimpse. Irasta is a talented artist, no doubt. I love that about her. But one thing I will encourage her to do is I don't really love her sense of dressing. That is something really off for me. You may love her for that, but for me, I don't really like that because she is influencing a lot of people out there, and that is something you can really understand, especially young girls out there. That is not a right sense of dressing for me. That is something I believe about her. But she is a great talent, and we have to really support her on this. Yes, these kind of things is what we need to hear from Whiskid, and we should keep hearing these things from Whiskid. But the recent rant of Whiskid is turning out a lot of people and turning some people against him at a time like this. Remember that he did call out Don Jazzy on certain issue and called out Davido and a lot of persons. And some people are saying, you know what, we need to check on Whiskid. Whiskid may be passing through a lot. And somebody gave out a revelation about Whiskid that Jarapi is no longer with Whiskid. How true is that? That is the question many people are really asking. In a particular interview, Whiskid came out to say, you know what, I love making music. Every night I'm in the studio trying to put some things together, and he said that and to encourage a lot of people. And now somehow Whiskey got off that. That is what a lot of people are really not getting at a time like this. Whiskey, you need to retrace your step and start living true to yourself because you got a lot to offer and you cannot sustain the career you've built over the years going this way of ranting always on social media.
I make too much music. I was in the studio every night. I have like 5 different folders that I have made in Lagos in them, like completed songs that I changed 5 times, more than 5 times. I'm a musician, so it doesn't feel right. I would never release the music.
What are your own takes about that? I want you to put it in the comment section so that we can talk about it further because a lot of people are really getting interested in this big story at a point like this. All right, let's talk about something trending in the music industry. A lot of people are having their own opinion on this. Alibaba said something about the music industry, how music executive or record label owners invest in an artist. They need their money back. That is something you need to understand because it's not easy to invest in an artist and then sustain that investment. But when they start cashing back, some people believe that it's just a graveyard. You need to understand that music is business, and when it comes to business, a lot of people are going to make a lot of revenue and profit out of it. That is something we are getting to understand right now. Let's catch a glimpse of what Alibaba said about kind of music executives and record label bosses.
It is the same thing that happens with musical artists who sign to a label. You sign to a label, you sing a song. Before you even bring the song to the public, you've gone through recording sessions. It was produced, the song was mastered. All of those processes. If it's a new artist, it doesn't have money to do any of those. So you have the owner of the record label who then puts maybe like, use a simple figure of 30 million.
It's like upfront investment.
So he puts that 30 million on that artist. He produces the song, produces a music video to drive the song. He does a media round. He goes from one radio station, they do interviews, they do, and then ensures that the artist has a good life, soft life. So you give him accommodation. He won't wash his clothes himself. He won't drive to the come down and open the door by himself. So you may guard. You put a help that makes sure that the house is clean. And then you put a road manager.
Okay.
And then you probably will get a driver and then get him a good car and ensure that every time he goes out, he looks good. All of this, part of that first initial test that I'm talking about. When money starts coming in and he plays a show and gets 1 million, plays another show, gets 2 million, plays another show, gets of his friends will now say, oh, this man is using you. Meanwhile, the man has not recorded 30 million.
Still in deficit.
It's still in deficit, which is why when some other artists who feel like they short change set up a record label, it doesn't take long before it crashes because they can't even do the same thing that some labels did for them. But you see, the audience think that everything should work in the favor of the artist. Some artists are struggling, but if he goes to an event in a Camry, they'll be like, with all money they're paying this guy.
Right now, do you really believe what Alibaba is saying, or do you agree to what he said? I want you to put it in the comment section so that we can talk about it further, because a lot of people really agree to what he said. It's not easy to invest in somebody. What about if that artist flops? What about if something happened? That is a question many people are really asking. There's no insurance for that, and you have to understand it. So they need their money back, and don't get angry when they start getting back their money. But some people are feeling that yes, most of these record labels are too greedy to an extent, and that is really disturbing, and somehow they put some people in chains, in kind of bondage as a result of this signage. You have to understand that before signing off a record label deal, you have to understand the terms and conditions around what you are signing off.